Hello, folks. Well, once upon a time, are you sitting comfortably? I shall begin. There was all these sheep in this field, see? And, cool, they couldn't move. They were so hot. And along comes this man, see? And he looks at all these sheep and he says, that's funny. Why ain't them sheep running away? So he wanders up towards the sheep. And the sheep say, oh, we're so hot, we can't run away from you today. And he says, well, what? Oh, he says, look at my hair. He says, it's short, innit? He says, normally it's long. He says, but my missus, she trimmed it off because I was so hot. I say, trimmed it off? Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, better we can't do that. He says, but I'll tell you what, I could do it for you, if you like. They say, would you do that? They say, that's ever so kind, isn't it? He's gonna trim our fleeces off for us. Oh, that's nice. So anyway, he sets to, and there's this big pile of fleece there, see? And they say, cool, that'll get all muddled up in the grass and we won't be able to eat the grass. He says, don't worry about that. He says, I'll take that away. All that rubbish you got there, that fleece. They say, oh, that's very kind of him. What a very kind, chap he is. So anyway, he wanders off. He's got a big load of fleece, I can tell you. She takes it back. His missus goes, oh, I think we can use this to keep warm in the winter. He says, that's what I thought. So anyway, another day or two goes by, and the poor old sheep, they hear the woo, the old owl. I can't do it owl at the moment, but anyway, that sounds more like a funny old owl, doesn't it? Anyway, it's just there's the old howling of the wolves, you see, and they go, oh crikey, that's wolves, that's wolves. Anyway, little while later, the man comes along, and they say, oi, did you hear of them wolves? And he goes, wolves? Oh yeah, the wolves, yeah. Oh yeah, I heard the wolves, yeah. And they say, we're ever so frightened of them wolves. And he says, well, don't worry, I've got ways of killing wolves. And they say, you can kill wolves? What, so they wouldn't ever eat us again? He says, yeah. They say, oh, you wouldn't like to stay here for a bit, would you? Eh? Just for a little bit, just till the wolves are gone. He says, oh well. He says, I suppose I could. Mind you, I don't know what I'm going to eat though. They says, well, you could have some of our milk. We could spare a drop of milk, couldn't we? Oh yeah, and better, yeah. So it's all right, okay. I'll do that then, he says. So anyway, he says, I'll tell you what, he says, another day or two goes by. He says, how about if I built something round this nice lush bit of grass here, and then because when I go to sleep, see, he says, I can't keep awake all day and all night. He says, I could build a wall out of that stone, and there's a bit of wood over there. I could make a gate to stop, so that we can get in and out, but the wolves can't. He says, oh, that's a good idea. So anyway, he does that. He builds his little thing round, and then he says, he says, my missus is getting a bit lonely, me out here with you lot. He says, I'll tell you what, the other side of that bit of wall, I could make a little bit for us, couldn't I? So he says, yeah. He said, so he makes a bit out of stone for his missus to come, so they're all there, see. Anyway, the sheep say, well, this is a little bit small here. He said, well, I couldn't enclose the entire area, I mean, cool, all that grass, there's a lot of grass around here, I mean, I can only build so much. Well, they say, oh yeah. He said, I'll tell you what, I'll build some other walls so that we can move between. When you've eaten all the grass in here, you can go across into the other areas. They say that's a good idea. Anyway, a few days goes by and some real wolves go in there and they eat a few of the sheeps, and the sheep are going, look, some of us have gotten eaten. And so he says, well, I tell you what, how about if I plant a really thorny bushes all round in front and on top of the walls, and then that'll stop them, won't it? They say, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Anyway, he does that, and he says, cool, now them wolves ain't eating you. Oh, this is getting a bit too many sheep, isn't it? Too many sheep, a bit overpopulation, isn't it? They say, oh, I suppose it is. He says, well, I'll tell you what, there's this other chap in the town where I used to live, and he's got a big axe, and he'll protect you from the wolves. And I think he would like to try and get a few sheep together now and again. They say, oh, he says, but it's a long journey there, long journey, so you'd have to be nice and plump and ready for the journey. You couldn't, I don't want any skinny ones. And they say, oh, can we go? And so there's some of the older, wiser, fatter, plumper ones think, oh, we're not a good thing here, and he's got a big axe, that'll stop the wolves. So anyway, mate, he takes these sheep off into make use of the axe, and some of the sheep sat outside, see, in this little pen, and they saying, cool, this is good, he's made a little thing to protect us already. Yeah. And anyway, man with the axe comes along, and he grabs one of them, he says, come on. So he takes one of them, and they're saying, why did he only take one of us? Why did you? And then they hear this strange scream from. They go, oh, what's happened? And the other, some of the other sheep say, oh yeah, I know. The sheeps is found so much nice grass there that it's a shock. So he has to take us one at a time because we couldn't all cope with it at once. Oh, that's it, yeah. And that's why we haven't heard any more bleating since that funny sound. What the one that went through? Yeah, that'll be it. Because I mean, those men, they're so kind. They look after us, don't they? Protect us and make sure we got enough grass to eat. And yeah. And make sure there's not too many of us in one field. Yeah. So they wouldn't hurt us, would they? No. So anyway, another one goes through, and the same thing happens. And he thinks, and when he comes back, he's got blood on his axe. And the others say, yeah, that's because he's killing wolves, isn't it? Oh, yeah. So anyway, eventually they've all gone through. And then another day, the man who looks after the sheep says, oh, would any more of you like to go and see my friend with the axe? And they say, oh yes, please. And then every so often there's this sounds like wolves. Yeah. And later on, that man has tamed some of those wolves, and he's using some of those wolves to protect them from the rest of the wolves. Isn't he clever? Anyway, that's all for now. So all the people can you can go to sleep now. All right then. Yeah. Okay. That's a little tale of the man and the sheep. All right. Cheers for now then.